You have a goat around this one, keep it on a leash.
Yeah, good idea. Ksee 24 sunrise time about 6 a.m. We'll be right back.
Leash your goats.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Nissan.
The Customer Appreciation Sale is going on now at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Save $20 store-wide on SAS shoes for men and women. SAS shoes fit any lifestyle, and you'll love the enhanced comfort, support, and stability in every step. Plus, you always get a custom fitting to ensure your SAS shoes fit perfectly. Save $20 store-wide at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Life's a journey. Wear comfortable shoes.
There's a story about President Kennedy visiting NASA and asking a janitor, "What do you do here?" And the janitor replied, "I'm helping put a man on the moon." At Kauea Health, we hold that same belief, that every one of our employees has purpose and is necessary to achieve our mission. They are the driving force behind our commitment to provide compassionate, world-class care to everyone who walks through our doors. It's a purpose that is greater than any one individual. Because to achieve something extraordinary, something worth doing, no job is too small.
Mommy, what do you do at work?
I help save lives, Mija.
Kauea Health, more than medicine, life.
Today's health crisis has made keeping your company compliant more challenging than ever. HR Mobile Services is here to guide you through these difficult times. We assist with human resources, infectious disease response, safety compliance, policies and procedures, and more. Let HR Mobile Services help you create a safe and compliant workplace so your employees can focus on their work and you can focus on your business. Big or small businesses from all industries, call HR Mobile Services. Here for you 24/7.
At Central Floor Supply, our new showroom is filled with name brand, waterproof flooring, and luxurious carpet. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all-pet warranty. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply.
I just got put on scholarship right now. My dad doesn't have to pay for school and stuff anymore.
We create championship experiences for student athletes through community donations. Contributions to the Bulldog Foundation help students succeed. Get involved. Donate today. Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News Sunrise.
Coming up on Sunrise, the latest into an investigation of a deadly crash in Fresno County.
Plus, how Congress is running out of time to make a decision before there's another government shutdown.
And we take a sip into the future. The new flavor of Coca-Cola, created by artificial intelligence. Ksee Sunrise starts now. Whatever. Good morning. Welcome to Ksee 24 Sunrise. I'm Brody Logan.
And I'm Tara Mitchell. Thank you so much for waking up with us. And we may actually try that drink today on the air. So.
We might. We just might. I don't know. It's like everything is just like, I don't know, just say it's artificial intelligence.
Well, is this going to be like the new Coke fiasco? Remember that?
Yes, new Coke.
Let's go back to the old Coke.
Let's go back to new Coke. And I was like, no, call it classic. Coke Classic.
Wait, what did we say we all thought it was going to taste like? Did someone say cotton candy?
I think that was you.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Did you ever lick a battery?
I did when I was little, like metal.
That's what I think.
Wow, and you're alive.
It has a very distinct taste.
That's what I think it's going to taste like.
A battery? Okay. Well,
it's made with artificial intelligence.
I'm thinking Fresco. They're trying to make their own Fresco.
I do like Fresca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just kidding. We will be trying it. Hopefully, it won't taste like any batteries or such. I don't know. Now I'm nervous. Now I don't want to try it.
Well, calm your nerves because there's nothing to worry about with this forecast. Let's take you to the temperatures for today. It's a little cool out there this morning, upper 50s to lower 60s. We are going to be in the 80s this afternoon. This is very similar to what we had on Sunday. Temperatures really nice. Of course, we are in the final days of summer. Certainly does not feel like it. Low to mid 80s are more common for early to mid October rather than early to mid September. Average for this time of year is 90 degrees. We're going for 85 in Mendota, Hanford, and 84 in Madera. Now, we're still going to see some clouds in the Sierra while the valley has plenty of sunshine. Same deal for the foothills today. Oakhurst at 84. Slight chance of an isolated shower storm, mainly to the north, including Yosemite. We'll have 82, then low 70s in Shaver Lake this afternoon under mostly sunny skies. We cool even more, actually, before fall officially begins on the calendar. I'll show you more on that in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
The government will shut down at the end of the month unless Congress can make a deal sometime in the next 12 days.
Our Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon joins us live this morning with the latest on the negotiations. Good morning.
Good morning. A small group of House Republicans is now proposing a short-term funding deal to fund the government for an additional month and hopefully avoid a government shutdown, but it appears that that idea may be dead on arrival.
Republican South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace says she expects a government shutdown.
What most America doesn't know, the majority of the government will be operating, will be working.
Mace played down the consequences of Congress failing to fund the government in time.
And I've talked to some federal employees that don't really mind it because they're going to get a vacation, they're going to get time off, but then they're going to get back pay.
But if funding lapses, critical government services to the public could be impacted. And Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, a member of leadership, says Republicans are working to avoid a shutdown.
We're in a very good place.
6 Republicans outlined a short-term deal over the weekend to fund the government for an additional month through October 31st.
And that includes the DoD appropriations bill.
The proposal would keep the Departments of Defense and Veterans Affairs funded at current levels. But other government agencies could have their budgets slashed by as much as 8%. The package also doesn't include any funding for recent natural disasters or for Ukraine.
As House Democrats, we're going to continue to try to find common ground with the other side of the aisle.
It's unlikely that short-term funding proposal will provide the common ground needed, as Democrats in the Senate are likely to reject it. What's more, some Republicans in the House have already expressed opposition.
House Republicans are in the middle of a civil war. The Civil War has the following attributes: chaos, dysfunction, and extremism.
And because of Speaker McCarthy's inability so far to unite his party, some House Republicans are now discussing the possibility of voting to remove McCarthy as Speaker of the House. Live in Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Alex, who exactly is talking about possibly removing Speaker McCarthy?
Well, we've heard that from several people, including some members of the House Freedom Caucus, but the one person who's been most outspoken about this is Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Just last week in a floor speech, he outright said he would call for a vote to remove Speaker McCarthy unless he gets the things that he wants in the government funding bill.
All right, we have another 12 days to talk about this. Alex Limon, thank you so much. We are following a fire in southeast Fresno. A family of 3 was woken up by a smoke alarm. They were able to safely get out of the house. Firefighters say it happened at 4:30 this morning near Montecito and Apricot. Crews say the fire was starting to spread to the home and an adjacent house when they arrived, but they were able to contain those flames. Firefighters credit the smoke alarms in that house for saving the family and keeping the fire from getting worse. A man does have some minor burns, but no one was seriously hurt.
Also new this morning, a garage gutted by an early morning fire. This was in southwest Fresno. Well, firefighters say it happened at the Trinity Inn house at around 3:15 this morning. Well, crews say the garage did not have a door, and crews have been called to this location before. Well, that's due to warming fires believed to have been started by homeless people staying in that garage. Well, they tell us no one was hurt.
6 businesses in Shaver Lake have had to boil water over the weekend and continue to today because the Fresno County Department of Public Health says there has been bacteria detected in the water system. On Friday, the State Water Control Board issued the order to Shaver Lake because they found total coliform in the distribution system. Coliform can cause illness in humans. The direct cause of the contamination is yet to be identified. Fresno County's Department of Public Health says they have set up a temporary solution. It is currently affecting Hungry Hut, Trading Post, Shaver Coffee and Deli, Shorthorn Bar and Grill, Loma Vista Market and Gasoline, and Elliott House. We reached out to some of these businesses for comment. We did not hear back.
Well, Fresno police are investigating a shooting that happened on 1st Street and Santa Ana Avenue. It all happened around 2 Sunday morning, where police tell us a car with 5 people was going south on 1st Street. Well, that's when another car pulled up to them and began shooting. A woman was shot in her leg and a man grazed in the face. Well, police say the victims are all in their 20s to early 30s and were taken to the hospital but are expected to be okay. Police don't have a suspect at this time, but if you know anything about the shooting, you are asked to contact Fresno police.
A man allegedly wanted for several felony counts, including the attempted murder of a peace officer, is in custody in Madera. The Madera County Sheriff's Office says 28-year-old Anthony Carrillo used his truck to try and drive off from officers after he was caught breaking into a home on a security camera. The suspect tried escaping from deputies, ramming into a parked patrol car and an iron fence. You see the iron fence still attached to the front of that truck. Officials say his truck was undrivable. Carrillo was taken into custody. No one else was injured in this incident.
Well, we now know it was 2 teens who died in that crash in Fresno County on Friday evening. Well, the Highway Patrol let us know that the victims of the crash are the 18-year-old driver and his 15-year-old front passenger. Well, they say the 15-year-old was not wearing his seatbelt at the time of the crash. The CHP says the driver then tried to pass another car. This was on State Route 43 near Davis Avenue and hit an SUV head-on. The 2 people inside the SUV and a 3rd person in the car were taken to the hospital. Right now, their conditions have not yet been released. And the CHP says they suspect the 2 teens were using marijuana before the crash.
KC 24 Sunrise Time, 6:10.
Still ahead, we're checking out the new threat of a triple-demic as we're entering the fall season.
And the final week of summer will be unseasonably cool. First, your 40-allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Ragweed, elm, and quinopods are the top pollens. We are in the medium range through Thursday. I'll show you the fall-like temperatures you could expect as KC Sunrise continues.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, we are open evenings and weekends for all of your after-hour and urgent health care needs. Call or visit our website for hours and locations near you.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Your life is important. Your family and your community count on you every day. But when you are hurt on the job, all of that can be taken from you. That's why you need Barry Smith and Bartell. Our attorneys understand how devastating a workplace injury can be and are dedicated to helping you secure the benefits you deserve. Call today and let us get you back to what's most important, your life. Barry Smith and Bartell, bringing justice to injured workers.
Ready, set, go! Arrive and drive at the all-new K1 Speed of Clovis. K1 Speed, exciting indoor 100% electric, high-performance, maximum torque go-kart racing. Check out the K1 Arcade and take play to a whole new level. Planning a party? Make it a K1 for an event you and your guests will never forget. Call or go online to schedule yours today. K1 Speed of Clovis at the Sierra Vista Mall. Open 7 days a week. Arrive and drive.
I'm Danger, a gimmick in insurance ads used to scare you, but not AAA.
Since we don't use gimmicks, why are you here?
Outsmart scare tactics and choose coverage confidence from AAA.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused. Or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
Stop by A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Or try our new apple pie shake. Delicious apples, spices, and vanilla soft served with whipped cream and a cherry. A&W in Visalia, Tulare, and Exeter. Prices may vary, tax extra.
off to a cool start this morning, and temperatures will be mild for this time of year in the afternoon, similar to what we had on Sunday. Take you outside first to show you a live picture of the sunrise happening right now from our Valley Cam outside our Ksee 24 studios overlooking parts of southeast Fresno. You see the Sierra off in the distance. Still a little bit of haze out there. That's just going to be an issue we deal with as long as you know temperatures are fairly warm. Low 60s across the valley this morning, 63 in Fresno, 62 in Visalia, 60 for Merced. Having breakfast, lunch, or dinner outside, not bad at all today. We're going to be in the low 60s by 8 o'clock this morning, mid 70s at lunchtime, and then for the dinner hour toward 6 o'clock this evening, temperatures in the low 80s. Our highs today will be in the mid 80s. We're below average, which is 90 for this time of year. Even though we warm up a little bit starting tomorrow, we're staying below average for highs, and into the weekend, the first weekend of fall, it remains unseasonably cool. We'll show you those temperatures in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Some breaking news just a few minutes ago. Officials say that Iran and the United States have agreed to exchange prisoners today. This after nearly $6 billion in once frozen Iranian assets reached Qatar. The Associated Press is reporting that money was a key element of the planned swap. A senior Biden administration official says 5 freed Americans and 2 U.S. family members have been flown out of Iran as part of this swap. Meanwhile, health experts are concerned the country could see another triple-demic. That is when COVID-19, flu, and RSV all circulate at the same time. They're getting the word out that Americans should get protected this fall. High-dose flu vaccines are available for older adults. Seniors are at higher risk of flu complications, and their immune systems may not respond well to a typical flu shot.
Well, if you think mosquitoes are becoming a big issue, that's because they are. Cases of West Nile virus are just spiking across our state. So the question now becomes, when can everyone expect mosquito season to end? Well, experts say possibly early November. Mosquitoes typically breed in water and thrive in the heat, so the mosquito population typically recedes as temperatures begin to cool down. Ksee 24 Sunrise Times reading 6:16.
Still ahead. Scammers are getting even better at their game, going as far as impersonating police officers. That story next.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michelle Kofer, Fresno County Superintendent of Schools.
Hi, I'm Fresno County Sheriff John Zanoni.
As your children return to school, we're in partnership with other community and educational leaders to ensure they return not only successfully, but safely.
Your children's academic, social, and emotional health matters. Help them thrive by being caring, loving, responsible, and attentive in their lives.
You are your child's first teacher, and their success starts with you. Welcome back to school.
Selling your home, need cash fast? Mr. Cash from House Junkies can get cash for your home in as little as 14 days. House Junkies buys distressed homes with no real estate fees and no escrow fees. Go to 14dayscash.com. Get cash for your home in as little as 14 days.
Your feet, not something you think about every day, right? But when something happens to them, where do you go? Stockdale Podiatry Group. That's where. They understand that foot disorders are painful and complex. That's why they use the most advanced technology to diagnose all kinds of disorders. Come see us in our new Visalia location and find out the answers to your aching feet. Call 559-624-1405 for an environmentally safe appointment.
Who says you can't get everything you want? Like going for bold without going broke. And staying true to your taste while staying on budget. Who says rising costs means lowering the bar? Settling? No need. Get the brands you want, the prices you want, whenever you want. TJ Maxx, where you can always afford to be you to the max.
Home office. It started a few years ago at the kitchen table. Then, many of us turned our third bedrooms into functional workspace with every kind of technology imaginable. The home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture, including the most beautiful desks, chairs, file cabinets, and accessories available. Check out the home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. You're hurting me. Stop.
Not so dramatic. I didn't even push you that hard.
Left this? You just left this out for me to do this? Please, give me my phone. You're going to lie to me. I was tracking your location the whole time.
You're wearing that? Yeah. You're not going out like that.
Don't make me do it. No, please don't.
Violence doesn't belong in a relationship. File a restraining order to protect yourself or your loved ones. Visit mmcenter.org.
Congratulations, AJ Fox, for being certified most accurate by Weather Rate for 10 straight years. Watch AJ Fox every day on KC24, your local weather authority. KC24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services.
Our temperatures unseasonably cool once again. That was the deal for the second half of the weekend on Sunday. We're going to keep that going. Matter of fact, for a good portion of this week. 63 this morning in Fresno, with 71 in Palm Springs. We have 50s and 60s along the coast. There's still a decent marine layer. Matter of fact, a very strong marine layer. Fog and low cloud cover. Some parts of the coast didn't see any sunshine this weekend. That's cool air that eventually makes its way into the Central Valley through the passes in Delta, Northern California for us locally, Pacheco Pass. So we're at 60 degrees in Merced and Madera, 62 in Visalia. Some outlying areas of the valley, points in between. These are airport observations, probably in the upper 50s this morning. Temperatures are a little bit cooler compared to this time yesterday for most of the valley. Our highs today very similar to what we had over the weekend. Same deal for the foothills and the Sierra. Speaking of the Sierra, I take you up to Miller's Landing at Bass Lake. Live picture this morning from their webcam up there in Madera County. You can see clear skies this morning, fairly cool out there. We are going to see some clouds develop once again on the backside of the mountain range, but that ridge that kept us a little warm last week, that has moved off to the east, and it is going to stay to the east. It's a very stubborn ridge. It's keeping other parts of the Midwest and parts of the Four Corners region unseasonably hot for this time of year, but we've had this low pressure system off of the coast of California all weekend. That's what cooled us off and brought in a little bit of cloud cover yesterday, and it's creating that marine layer along the coastline, and then a low pressure system on the Pacific Northwest side. These two are going to merge later on in the week, and it's going to be a bigger cool down compared to what we're dealing with the next few days here, and we're going to keep these temperatures fairly pleasant through the first day of fall this weekend. Futurecast shows clear skies for the valley, maybe an isolated shower storm at the highest terrain of this year, I think above 10,000 feet, especially towards the north, towards Yosemite. Other than that, just seeing a few clouds here and there, and that marine layer sticks around for a good portion of the day along the coast. Plenty of cool air out there that's eventually going to make its way to the valley. That's pretty much the trend through the week. Are we done with the triple digits? Well, the odds are in our favor. Climate-wise, we usually have our last day in early September, but we haven't had a triple-digit day since August 31st in Fresno, and we've only had 36 days this year. Average is 38. Last year, 65, and 2 years ago, we set that all-time record of 69, set back in 2021. So it really hasn't been that bad this year. Not bad today at all. Low to mid-80s across the valley, 86 in 5 Points, 84 in Madera, 85 in Selma. We even have low 80s in Yokuts Valley, Aubrey, and Mariposa. Of course, these temperatures are well below average, which is 90 for this time of year. Air quality is still good for Merced, Madera, Kings counties, and moderate in Fresno and Tulare counties this afternoon. Same deal for Sequoia National Park. 7-day forecast shows temperatures remain fairly pleasant. We are going to warm up a little bit more tomorrow into Wednesday, but we're staying below average. And then 80 degrees for Fresno on Thursday. Most of the valley will be in the upper 70s, low 80s on Friday. Summer wraps up. We begin fall 11 p.m., 50 p.m. Friday night. So the first day technically is Saturday, first full day, but 86, not bad at all for mid to late September in Central California. You can always check out your regional forecast any time of the day. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com. For now, we'll send it back to you.
This again?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir? This is Lieutenant Hightower. How are you, sir?
Lieutenant Hightower?
That's correct. And who am I speaking with?
This is Sergeant Hannes with the San Pablo Police Department.
It's a backstory to this video. 2 officers from the department were at a gas station when they ran into a man who thought he was being scammed.
So he said he got a call from a blocked number, and the caller accused the man for missing his jury duty. The scammer then told the man he could pay off his warrant by sending Bitcoin to the scammer.
Because, of course, that's the way that you officially pay off a fine, is through Bitcoin.
Right.
The scammer kept the man in line for over an hour and a half while the man was directed to the gas station to get Bitcoin.
Luckily, those officers were at the right place at the right time to stop the transaction. Well, of course, they're reminding the public that police will never ask for money over the phone.
If you think you've been scammed, hang up the phone, stop talking to them, and call your local police department. That way you can verify if it's real.
Yes.
They're not going to call you and ask for Bitcoin.
Never.
That's not going to happen.
Never. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a scam, but you know, some others out there may be a little fool. But Bitcoin, really?
You know what I think might be a scam? This new Coke they got. Ksee 24 Sunrise Time 6:23. We'll be right back with what Coca-Cola says is the taste of the future, and they say it's created with artificial intelligence.
We're going to try it. Stick with us.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time?
I have
this physical need to be close to people.
Get close, girl. The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 4 on KC24.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
In California, we're on a journey to make energy cleaner, safer, and more reliable. At PG&E, our goal is to get there without leaving any family behind. We're undergrounding lines because it's safer and more affordable in the long run. We're helping our customers lower costs by choosing the right energy plan and taking control of their bills with predictable budget billing. As your hometown utility, we won't stop until we deliver the safe, reliable, renewable, and affordable energy you deserve.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum, or get a low $369 per month lease on Rogue.
If you're looking for new furniture, consider American-made designs from Fresno's Fashion Furniture. Beautiful, handcrafted Amish dining room from Trailways, an Amish bedroom by Premier. Artisan Post and Benchmade by Bassett. Jonathan Lewis, Flex Steel, England, Michael Nicholas, Southern Motion, and so many others. In fact, it's likely the largest and most impressive selection of American-made furniture you've ever seen. All from my friends at Fashion. There's nothing like it in all of California.
The Tachi Palace's Summer of Cash series is hot, and it's about to get even hotter because one lucky winner could walk away with $1 million in cold hard cash. Wait, $1 million? Someone could win $1 million? People need to know this. Terry, every Saturday through September 23rd is a chance to win real money. It's the $1 Million Summer only at the Tachi Palace Casino Resort. This is 40.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
And we're starting the day off with cold temperatures across the Central Valley, and temperatures this afternoon, a little mild for mid-September. Not bad at all for the final week of summer. Take you outside first to show you a live picture from Huntington Lake. Live picture thanks to our friends at the PG&E and Alert Wildfire website. This is the camera at the Fresno County Mountains looking off to the Sierra. You can see a little bit of haze off in the distance. Not bad to be outdoors this week. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s the next few days. 90 is average. We'll get a little close to that on Wednesday, but then we start to cool off again on Thursday. Remember, fall officially begins Friday night into Saturday. Temperatures today, upper 50s, lower 60s at 7 o'clock. A little cool out there, so sweater or jacket, not a bad idea, but fairly comfortable this afternoon with highs in the mid 80s. We'll take a closer look at that first day of fall forecast in a few minutes. For now, we will send it back to you.
Step into the future with us as we embark on a journey through taste and time to discover the future of flavor.
So if you remember, last week we brought you a story about Y3000 Coke. It's a flavor created by AI, apparently, from the answers of a survey.
And joining us on this Sunrise Tries adventure is Ruben Contreras. And Ruben, since you made, yeah, I know, since you made the comment last week that it makes you think of in the year 3000 from
Conan O'Brien, yeah.
Now I just hear that in the year 3000. Yeah. So.
I only remember the one by the Jonas Brothers.
Okay, there you go.
That was my 3000.
You're going way off, but yeah.
That was about back in the day. All right, so do we taste it? Do we
well, I guess so.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to taste like before you taste it?
Well, I may have been kind of smelling it. I know that's weird, but I got fruity from it.
Okay, it has a fruity taste.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
All right, let's try it.
It tastes like computers.
I don't like it.
It tastes like it's a stale Coke.
It does kind of taste like a stale Coke.
That's the perfect way to describe it, Ruben. I'm not crazy about it.
Here's what they say. It was co-created with artificial intelligence, which they took a bunch of suggestions from people, like what you think the future will taste like. Then they put that into some sort of AI machine learning and spit this out, Y3000. I don't know.
It does have a fruity aftertaste, though, like what you said.
Yeah, like a
weird,
like a plum or something.
So yeah, I would say it appears like regular Coke. You smell it fruity, but stale taste overall. So
this is what someone who's doesn't know the ingredients in a Dr. Pepper thinks a Dr. Pepper has for ingredients.
What?
Like if they wanted to recreate Dr. Pepper, it would be this.
This is called the Y3000 Coke.
And we're using very futuristic glasses.
If you go to a restaurant, can I have Y3000 Coke? We only have Pepsi.
Oh, no.
all right, well, cheers to you guys at home. If you've tried it and you've liked it, I'm sorry I didn't. But did you guys like it, is my question?
No, I'm okay without it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
No one come at me.
I think they do these things like New Coke as a marketing thing, so you just love
And then you go back
Coke.
like, hey, classic Coke, you can't go wrong.
KC 24 Sunrise Time 629. We'll be right back.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time?
I have this physical need to be close to people.
Get close, girl. The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 4 on Ksee 24.
Selling your home, need cash fast? Mr. Cash from House Junkies can get cash for your home in as little as 14 days. House Junkies buys distressed homes with no real estate fees and no escrow fees. Go to 14dayscash.com. Get cash for your home in as little as 14 days.
I see you've got solar panels. Saving some cash, huh? Did they tell you they have to be cleaned? Especially in the valley, where the air deposits all sorts of crud on them. If your solar panels haven't been cleaned by CMG Solar Panel Cleaning, you aren't getting the maximum performance you paid for. By using Pure Water machines, we guarantee increased output performance or your cleaning's free. Nobody else makes that statement. From residential to commercial, call CMG Solar Panel Cleaning today for a free estimate. Save your cash. Call CMG Solar Panel Cleaning first or log on to cmgsolarpanelcleaning.com.
Big Fresno Fair, big time back.
The Big Fresno Fair is back, October 4th through the 15th. Don't miss the Carnival Rides, concerts, fair food, and more. Save on admission and Carnival Ride wristbands at participating Save Mart and Food Max stores. Plus, get discounted season passes at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The Big Fresno Fair. It's your spot for food, family, and fun, October 4th through the 15th.
Big times are back.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 0.9% APR on 2023 2.7-liter turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get over $5,200 total value and no monthly payments until 2024.
Tell me about a time when you were in love, Grandma.
Well, I was shopping at the Bone Store when we first met. My eyes were drawn across the room. I went right over there and, it felt so good against my skin.
Grandma!
She's talking about a recliner, dear.
Find your next love at the Bone Store, improving the way you walk, move, sit, and sleep.
Since 1960, Fashion Furniture has become Fresno's largest locally owned furniture store. It's truly the most beautiful selection of home furnishings you've ever seen by Flex Steel, Bassett's, Jonathan Lewis, England, Stressless, and many more top designers. For generations, Fashion Furniture has been a part of the Valley and the lives of its people. So whether you're shopping for a car or a couch, my friends at Fashion would like to thank you for choosing local first.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the Valley. The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and Ksee 24 are committed to sharing these achievements.
Education matters.
Mondays at 6:30.
Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services. Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News Sunrise.
Coming up on Sunrise, a man wanted for a list of felonies is in custody of Madera following a chase where he rammed into a patrol car after he broke into a home.
Plus, the community outreach program coming together to help plan for the future of the Valley.
And Dollywood getting a huge set of seasonal squashes. Ksee Sunrise starts now.
All righty. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Taryn Mitchell.
I'm Brody Logan. Thank you for joining us. Ruben Gutierrez is here. We're seeing stories about giant pumpkins.
Yeah.
Starting to feel a little bit cooler in the air. It feels like fall may be upon us.
It is, and people are already decorating their homes and Halloween decorations.
That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Is it too early? When do you guys decorate, if you do? I feel like it's too early.
I don't, but I'm like, wait for October at least.
Right, that's how I am. But I mean, to each his own. But I'm seeing all over the internet people decorating their houses.
I feel the same way, but we were at the grocery store and Vandy saw the pumpkins. He's like, I want to get a pumpkin. We're like, fine, okay, I guess we're the early pumpkin people now. I can't say no. I can't say no.
But like seeing the ghosts in front of the house, I'm not ready for it yet.
A real ghost or a fake ghost?
You know, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes these things look very realistic in 2023.
What I do know is that we're finally under the 90s.
Yes. Yeah, we're kind of close maybe later on in the week, but today, though, not an issue. We're going to be fairly comfortable with our temperatures. If you enjoyed what we had yesterday, you enjoyed today. Upper 50s to lower 60s for our current temperatures this morning, so kind of cool out there. Low to mid 80s today. 85 is below the average of 90 for this time of year. Plenty of sunshine in the valley. 84 today in Madera, 85 for Hanford. Up in the Sierra, you are going to see a few clouds on the backside of the mountain range, so to the north, there's a decent chance of a shower or thunderstorm, especially out towards Yosemite National Park. 82 this afternoon, low 70s for Shaver Lake, and 84 in Oakers with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures remain unseasonably cool all the way through the first day of fall. We'll show you that forecast in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
We are following a fire in southeast Fresno. A family of 3 was woken up by a smoke alarm. They were able to safely get out of the house. Firefighters say it happened at 4:30 this morning near Montecito and Apricot. Crews say the fire was starting to spread to the home and an adjacent house when they arrived, but they were able to quickly contain the flames. Firefighters credit the smoke alarm for saving the family and keeping this fire from getting worse. A man has minor burns and no one was seriously hurt.
Well, also new this morning, a garage is gutted by an early morning fire in southwest Fresno. Firefighters say it all happened at Trinity and House around 3:15 this morning. Well, crews tell us the garage did not have a door, and crews have been actually called out to this location before. Well, that's due to warming fires believed to have been started by homeless people staying in the garage. Well, they tell us no injuries were reported.
6 businesses in Shaver Lake had to boil water this weekend because the Fresno County Department of Public Health says there has been bacteria detected in the water system. On Friday, the State Water Control Board issued the order to Shaver Lake because they found total coliform in the distribution system. Coliform can cause illness in humans. The direct cause of the contamination is yet to be identified. Fresno County's Department of Public Health says they have set up a temporary solution, but you still need to boil your water there. It's currently affecting these businesses on your screen: Hungry Hut, Trading Post, Shaver Coffee and Deli, Shorthorn Bar and Grill, Loma Vista Market and Gasoline, and Elliott House. We have reached out to some of these businesses for comment. They have not gotten back to us.
Fresno police are investigating a shooting that happened on 1st Street and Santa Ana Avenue. Well, it all happened around 2 Sunday morning. The police tell us a car with 5 people was heading south on 1st Street. Well, that's when another car pulled up next to them and began shooting. A woman was shot in the leg and a man was grazed in his face. Police say the victims are all in their late 20s to early 30s and were taken to the hospital but are expected to be okay. Right now, police don't have a suspect, but if you know anything about this shooting, contact Fresno Police.
A man allegedly wanted for several felony counts, including the attempted murder of a peace officer, is finally in custody in Madera. The Madera County Sheriff's Office says 28-year-old Anthony Carrillo used his truck to try and drive off from officers after he was caught breaking into a home on a security camera. The suspect tried escaping from deputies and then ramming into a parked patrol car and an iron fence. You can see the iron fence still wedged into the front of that truck. Officials say his truck was undrivable and Carrillo was taken into custody. No one else was injured in this incident.
We now know it was 2 teens who died in that crash in Fresno County on Friday. Well, the Highway Patrol let us know that the victims of the crash are the 18-year-old driver and his 15-year-old front passenger. Well, they say the 15-year-old was not wearing his seatbelt at the time of the crash. The CHP also says that the driver tried to pass another car on State Route 43. This was near Davis Avenue and hit an SUV head-on. Well, the 2 people inside the SUV and the 3rd person in the car were all taken to a local hospital. Their conditions have not yet been released, but the CHP says They suspect the teens were using marijuana before this crash.
Thousands of people made their way to the Central Valley for the statewide planning conference this week, and it's still ongoing. It's an annual event held at the Fresno Convention Center. The APA members will have access to multiple events and exhibits all throughout the city. All of them are aimed at improving event planning and celebrating 75 years of the APA's California chapter. This conference wraps up tomorrow.
Since late July, veterans haven't been able to gather and host events at the VFW Post. This is on North Blythe in Fresno after the roof collapsed.
It's turned into a big spending problem, and a local veteran is ready to come to the rescue.
Here's our Catherine Phillips with more on that story.
Since July 21st, when the VFW Post 8900's roof came crashing down, this is what the inside of their building has looked like. Pieces of the ceiling vents on the floor, insulation everywhere, and nowhere for the hundreds of veterans who gather here to go. VFW Hall manager Jerry Sanchez told our news team in August he was there as the roof collapsed.
Rumbling like a train going by, and my door was closed, so I opened it, and to see snow, that was the installation that was flying everywhere.
Just weeks after the collapse, Post Commander Willie Tate Jr. told us they already had lost nearly $30,000 in fundraising after having to cancel multiple events. To make things worse, he says their insurance wasn't covering the damage. When veteran and owner of Central Valley Environmental, Tim Williamson, heard about what happened, he wanted to help donate his company's time and resources.
So I just thought that if I could do something to help them and speed this process along, I wanted to do that.
Central Valley Environmental focuses on hazardous materials removal and demolitions. He says they've been working on removing the debris that was left from when the roof fell. While the roof still needs to be completed, he says this is a step towards a fresh start.
I've been able to meet some of the veterans there too, and I could just see that they definitely have a sigh of relief seeing that there's some progress being made on getting this cleaned up.
Catherine Phillips, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Sunrise time is reading 6:40.
Still ahead. TikTok faces some fines regarding the information of younger users. That story after the break.
And the final week of summer will be unseasonably cool. First, your 40 allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Ragweed, elm, and ketopods are now the top pollens. We're in the medium range through Thursday. I'll show you the fall-like temperatures you can expect as Ksee Sunrise continues.
Love is in the air on our first ever couples championship. This is beautiful.
We're going to get to that buzzer together.
Wow. How's date night going?
Ninja Warrior Couples Championship tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
The top AGT acts of the season are one step closer to headlining our show in Vegas.
Brilliant. AGT Live, Tuesday and Wednesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
At Stanton Optical, you can stop waiting forever for an appointment. Same-day eye exams and walk-ins are always available. I wish other things would happen as fast. Get 2 pairs, including an eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Home Goods. Go finding.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air. And operates whisper quiet.
The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused. Or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
At Jacoby & Myers, we've been helping California accident victims for over 50 years. We've gotten clients 10, 20, even 100 times more than the insurance company's original offer. That's the difference experience makes. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, an eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Our temperatures fairly cool out this morning and then this afternoon, mild for this time of year. Take you outside first to show you a live picture from our Valley Cam outside our Ksee 24 studios this morning, overlooking the Fresno Arch. A little haze out there. Of course, that's just an issue we deal with until we get some significant rain. 63 now in Fresno. Winds are northwest at 10 miles an hour. They're pretty close to 10 miles an hour throughout the entire day. As students head out the door this morning, sweater or jacket, because we're going to be in the upper 50s to lower 60s through 8 o'clock this morning. At lunchtime, temperatures in the mid 70s and our highs today, mid 80s, similar to what we had yesterday. High of 85, below the average of 90 for this time of year. A little bit warmer tomorrow into Wednesday, then things cool again on Thursday. Low 80s in Fresno, but upper 70s possible in other parts of the valley. We'll take a closer look at the forecast for the first day of fall this weekend in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
TikTok being fined by European regulators for mishandling children's data. The company has been fined 345 million euros. It's about 370 million US dollars. This is for breaching privacy laws protecting children's personal data in the European Union. Ireland's Data Protection Commission says the breach occurred from July 31st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. The commission also says TikTok violated default settings for children under 16, setting them to public. TikTok says they disagree with the decision, but will make updates for younger users.
Meanwhile, TikTok is making a big play for your holiday shopping dollar. According to Bloomberg, the social video app, which launched its own online store last week, is set to subsidize up to 50% discounts. Well, TikTok will hold and ship sellers products using its own fulfillment centers and launch an affiliate program for creators who sell products through their videos. The company just hopes to sell $20 billion worth of goods worldwide over the next year. Americans spent that much online during Black Friday and Cyber Monday alone last year.
I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon.
Oppenheimer has now made more than $912 million globally, overtaking 2018's Freddie Mercury biopic Bohemian Rhapsody. That film made $910 million worldwide. Oppenheimer cost around $100 million to make, while Bohemian Rhapsody cost about $55 million. Nevertheless, Christopher Nolan's film about the director of the Manhattan Project is now the record holder for the highest grossing biography.
Talk show host and actress Drew Barrymore has to push the pause button on her plans to resume her show. That's amid the ongoing writer's strike. Well, Barrymore making that announcement on Instagram, saying in part, quote, "I have listened to everyone, and I am making the decision to pause the show's premiere until the strike is over." She also apologized earlier last week in a social media post, but had not yet made the decision to put off producing her new episodes of her show, which in turn angered many folks in Hollywood.
Okay. Ksee 24 Sunrise time 6:47. We'll be right back.
Rain or shine, cold or hot, Ksee 24 is your local weather authority. The weather team you can trust. Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox on Ksee 24 News at 5, 6, and 11. And forecaster Ruben Contreras on Ksee Sunrise and Midday. Track the weather with accurate updates from the time you wake up to the end of the day. Ksee 24, your local weather authority.
It's back to everything season, and everything's happening on today. This week, The Voice Coaches' new season sneak peek. Then, Kelly Clarkson performs live on the Plaza. Plus, Stanley Tucci and Taraji P. Henson. Get every morning started with Today.
Hi, I'm Lamont Jones. Ask me about my Honda.
Ask anyone in the 100,000 Mile Club.
Ask me about my Honda.
Ask anyone in the 500,000 Mile Club.
Ask me about my Honda.
Ask anyone who's driven nearly 1 million miles in their Honda.
Ask us about our Honda.
From its legendary longevity to its low cost to own,
There are lots of reasons to buy a Honda.
but none truer than this.
Honda is value.
Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
Get a great deal on a new Honda Civic and join the club at your Central Valley Honda dealer.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Buzz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Liquor King Check Cashing, now in their 4th decade of serving the Valley with check cashing and complete party supplies. Liquor, wine, beer, and we're your headquarters for kegs. Liquor King features check cashing, money orders, and wire services. And you'll always find a complete inventory of party supplies 7 days a week. Liquor King Check Cashing, serving the Valley for 4 decades at Blackstone and Herndon in Fresno.
Liquor King.
Selling your home? Need cash fast? Mr. Cash from House Junkies can get cash for your home in as little as 14 days. House Junkies buys distressed homes with no real estate fees and no escrow fees. Go to 14dayscash.com. Get cash for your home in as little as 14 days.
Hey, Central Valley, I've got a huge announcement. If you need dental implants and you want to get it done at a big discount, contact us today to see if you qualify to be part of one of our educational courses.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Red's Furniture Gallery.
And our temperatures fairly cool out there this morning, and it'll be unseasonably cool this afternoon. We can call it mild for mid-September. 63 this morning in Fresno, 62 in Visalia, 60 for Merced and Madera. So we might have some outlying areas of the valley, especially Merced and Madera counties, in the upper 50s this morning. And compared to 24 hours ago, some temperatures are a little bit cooler compared to 24 hours ago. Lemoore, there's an issue with the observation station, or the reports coming in from the observation station, I should say. So we don't have your data coming in, but it's safe to say you're probably in the low 60s this morning like everyone else. Take you up to the Sierra to show you a live picture this morning from Yosemite, thanks to Yosemite Conservancy's webcam. This is their webcam at Sentinel Dome, but we're looking at Half Dome right there. You can see clear skies this morning. Yosemite, though, could see some clouds develop this afternoon with an isolated shower or thunderstorm late in the day. Ridge of high pressure that kept us fairly warm last week, that has moved off to parts of the southeast and the Midwest right there. So it's parked itself in the middle part of the country. That's good news for us. It allows us to be cool. Part of the reason that low pressure system off of the coast of Central and Southern California, that brought in some cool air, some cloud cover yesterday, and then there's another system that will drive in from the Pacific Northwest later on in the week and cool us off even more so. And then that marine layer along the coast, fog and low cloud cover, it didn't break up at all in some parts of the coastal areas this weekend, but that's cooler. That makes its way through the passes in Delta and Northern California, through Pacheco Pass locally, and helps us out with our temperatures. Futurecast does show those isolated showers or storms in the Sierra, especially to the north late this afternoon out towards Yosemite National Park. So if you're at or above 10,000 feet, just keep that in mind. And that's pretty much the trend for a good portion of the week. So are we done with the triple digits? Well, climate-wise, the odds are in our favor. The average last day is September 10th. Last year was September 9th. So far this year, August 31st. I say that because the latest on record, October 14th, 1978. But I think at least for the next 7 to 10 days, we're good. We may not even have to worry about temperatures in the 90s. I'll show you that 7-day forecast in a moment. Low to mid 80s today. Everyone's below average, which is 90 for this time of year. 85 in Tulare. 86 in 5 Points, 84 in Madera, 85 in Chowchilla, 82 in Yokuts Valley, but 79 in Aubrey this afternoon, 72 at Chevrolet. Very nice for this time of year, 82 in Yosemite. Air quality is good to moderate across the Central Valley this afternoon. And walking the pups, well, any time of the day is perfect. Temperatures are fairly nice out there for you and for your pups to get out there. And these are our friends Krista and Luigi. Thank you to Doreen Garcia for sending me this picture on my Facebook page. Again, thank you, Doreen, for sending me this picture and for being patient. She watches us on DirecTV, and I said once we were back, I would show her dogs, and here they are right here looking through the neighbor's fence. Apparently they called themselves the neighborhood Paw Patrol. As always, if you want your dogs on Ksee Sunrise, just go to Ruben Ksee 24 on social media. We will show it right here. 70 forecast shows the final week of summer does not feel like it. Upper 80s tomorrow into Wednesday. We're staying below average for this time of year, but 80 on Thursday. Most of the valley in the 70s, and fall the first full day, that is on Saturday, highs in the mid 60s. YourCentralValley.com is your forecast any time of the day. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Well, you know, fall is almost here when you start to see pumpkins everywhere.
And some of the biggest pumpkins we've ever seen were just delivered to Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Well, the massive winter squashes are dropped off each year by forklift at the Dolly Parton themed park. It's all a part of Dollywood's Health Festival.
Out of the 8 giant pumpkins delivered, the largest is named Godzilla. Weighs a little more than 1,000 pounds. Wow.
1,000 pounds. Well, those 8 will join 19 others colossal pumpkins already at the park.
The real question is, though, how many pumpkin pies could you make with a pumpkin like that?
The limit does not exist.
I'm gonna find out.
Oh, of course, we're gonna look it up.
It's like the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, a 1, a 2, a 3.
Yes.
I remember that reference. I know that reference.
It's been around for, how could you not know that?
Very long time. How much pumpkin's in a pumpkin pie?
Well, how about the size of the pie, like an average pie or the ones you buy at Costco?
Oh, Costco for sure.
Okay, so you need 1.5 pounds of pumpkin for a pumpkin to make a pumpkin pie. So at 1,000 pounds, we're looking at roughly 750 pumpkin pies.
Wow. That's a lot, though.
Something like that. Ksee 24 Sunrise time is 6:54. We'll be right back. We'll look at this morning's top stories while we're coming back.
What's happening at some daycares? Is she spiking babies' bottles?
Even seemingly harmless over-the-counter medication can be lethal for your little one.
Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
Thursdays at 6 on Ksee 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, the story of a town that may or may not seem on the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
Tell me about a time when you were in love, Grandma.
Well, I was shopping at the Bone Store when we first met. My eyes were drawn across the room. I went right over there and...
Find your next love.
Oh, felt so good against my skin.
Grandma!
She's talking about her recliner, dear.
Find your next love at the Bone Store, improving the way you walk, move, sit, and sleep.
Computech, a leader in STEM since 1983, is ready to accept a new generation of highly motivated innovators for tomorrow. Applications are being accepted September 1st through December 1st. Don't miss this opportunity for your child to join the Computech family, which has received national recognition for its STEM and academic instruction. Apply to Computech today.
September is Hunger Action Month, and I'm doing my part to help the community by volunteering at our local food pantry. Donations, whether they're food, funds, or even just your time, help the millions of children facing hunger in the U.S. When people are fed, futures are nourished. This Hunger Action Month, join Feeding America. Consider volunteering, donating, or advocating so everyone can be a part of the movement to end hunger.
Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/Hunger Action Month.
Car accident? Choose Jacoby & Myers. Here's the most important thing to know about insurance companies. In their world, they only see 2 kinds of people. Those with a lawyer and those without one. Those they have to take seriously and those they can take advantage of. Those who make them pay and those who make them rich. So which kind do you want to be? And more importantly, who do you want to be your lawyer? Choose Jacoby & Myers. Justice for you since 1972.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services.
Here's a look at today's top stories. In Fresno, a family of 3 was woken up by their smoke alarm. Safely got out of the house. Firefighters say it happened at 4:30 this morning near Montecito and Apricot. Crews say the fire was starting to spread to the home and an adjacent house when they arrived, but they were able to contain those flames. Firefighters credit the smoke alarm for saving the family and keeping this fire from getting worse. A man that was in the home has minor burns, but no one was seriously hurt.
And a garage is gutted by an early morning fire in southwest Fresno. Well, firefighters say it all happened at Trinity and House around 3:15 this morning. Well, crews say the garage did not have a door. Crews have been called out to this location before because of warming fires, believed to have been started by homeless people staying inside the garage. No one was hurt.
And officials say that Iran and the United States have agreed to exchange prisoners today. This after nearly $6 billion in once frozen Iranian assets reach Qatar. The Associated Press is reporting the money was a key element of this prisoner swap. Senior Biden administration official says 5 freed Americans and 2 U.S. family members have been flown out of Iran as part of this swap.
And today, Fresno PD will be hosting a Tip a Cop event. This will be at the Texas Roadhouse on Shaw Avenue. Well, the percent of all receipts during those hours will help benefit the Special Olympics of Northern California. Officers will be at the location from 3 until 7.
And our temperatures remain fairly cool for this time of year. Once again, it's similar to what we had over the weekend. Take you outside. I'll show you a live picture of the sunrise happening right now from our Valley Cam. This is outside our studios of Ksee 24. You can see the sun now peeking over the mountain range. Still some haze out there. There is some wildfire smoke, especially out towards Tulare County. So that's just a good issue we're going to have to deal with for the time being. But 85, we're below average, which is 90 for this time of year. And we're going to be in the upper 80s starting tomorrow, getting a little close to the 90s. But we start to cool off again on Thursday. 80 degrees in Fresno. That means a good portion of the valley will be in the 70s. There's still a slight chance of an isolated shower or storm in the Sierra each day. Fall officially begins at 11:50 p.m. Friday night. First full day on Saturday, mid-80s. Not bad at all.
All right, I noticed that sunset, we're almost getting under 7 p.m.
Tomorrow's the last 7 p.m. sunset for the year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when I know it's fall.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you later on at midday.
Good Monday morning, and we are following some major breaking news at this hour.
A prisoner swap between the U.S. and Iran unfolding as we speak. Good morning. It's September 18th. This is today. Heading home, 5 Americans held in Iran for years set to get their first taste of freedom today, expected to be flown out of the country this morning. The details behind the controversial deal, what the White House is saying about the exchange, and the $6 billion at the heart of it. Still on strike.
No justice! No Chiefs! No justice! No Chiefs!
The historic walkout by auto workers enters day 4 with no deal in sight. Inside the tense negotiations and where things stand this morning. Honoring the fallen, an emotional vigil in Los Angeles overnight for a sheriff's deputy ambushed and killed in his patrol car. The manhunt for the suspects intensifying.
Whoever did this, I'd give in or I'd give up really quick. We are going to find you.
We're there live. In the spotlight, President Biden arrives in New York for a busy week at the UN. And do Donald Trump's own words on Meet the Press undercut his legal defense?
Were you calling the shots, though, Mr. President, ultimately?
As to whether or not I believed it was rigged, sure. It was my decision.
The fallout just ahead. All that plus new twist. The Utah mother and children's book author charged in the fatal poisoning of her husband, now accused of witness tampering. What officials say they discovered in a handwritten letter inside her jail cell. And epic clash.
Tua looks, throws, touchdown Tyreek Hill.
Miami defeats rival New England in a game that went down to the wire.
Flips it back. It's brought in by Strange, the offensive lineman, pushing to the 29.
The wild finish today, Monday, September 18th, 2023.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today. It is Monday morning. We're so glad you're starting your week with us.
Can't believe the Pats are 0-2. They're starting it off that way.
Oh, what? And that one went down to the wire. A real good game for Sunday night football. We'll, of course, have the latest highlights around the NFL in just a moment, but we've got breaking news this morning. 5 Americans detained in Iran being released as part of a high-stakes prisoner swap.
The controversial deal involves the return of 5 Iranians detained here in the United States and unfreezes $6 billion in Iranian money.
NBC's Josh Letterman is standing by at Doha International Airport in Qatar for us. Josh, good morning. What's the latest?
Hey, Savannah, good morning. A Qatari airplane carrying those 5 freed American prisoners is now on a roughly 2-hour flight to here in Doha, Qatar, after leaving Iran. A senior diplomat briefed on the exchange tells me that also on board are